So I want to welcome you to church. This is Testimony Ground. Welcome and thank you for joining us today. I hope you're having a great day. So today's topic for the sermon is knowledge is power. Seek it. Hallelujah. Knowledge is power. Seek it. Because when you have knowledge, you have power. Hallelujah. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Therefore, the text, to start, because, our anchor text is in the book of Proverbs chapter 18. We read 16 and 17. We have a lot of Bible backings today, to help us to kind of listen and understand why we should seek knowledge, why we should enhance knowledge, why we should make use of the knowledge that we have, and how we can acquire knowledge, how we can, nurture knowledge, and how we can keep knowledge and make use of it to the best of, to benefit us. Yes, to benefit us and benefit people around us. Yeah. So it's in the book of Proverbs chapter 18, and we read 16 and 17 to start. So I will read. Proverbs chapter 18, 16 and 17, it says, "A man's gift makes room for him and brings him before great men. The first one to plead his cause seems right until his neighbor comes and examines him." So that verse 16 is the key. A man's gift makes room for him and brings him before great men. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Blessed be the name of the Lord. He said a man's gift. He didn't say a man's money. He didn't say a man's wealth. He didn't say a man's height. He didn't say a man's weight. He said a man's gift maketh way for him and brings him before kings. Can you imagine? So why am I stressing on wisdom? Why am I stressing on knowledge? Because wisdom and knowledge goes hand in hand. Yeah? So wisdom can be, you can be born with wisdom, and you can as well, acquire wisdom. But knowledge is something that you are not born with. Knowledge is something that you seek. And as a result of your environment, as a result of intermingling with people, as a result of seeking, you acquire knowledge. Knowledge is something that you can get from the school. Knowledge is something that you can get from reading. Knowledge is something that you can get from traveling. Knowledge is something that you can get from asking questions. Knowledge is something that you can get by meditating. But knowledge is something that you acquire. It's something that you get. Most of the things, you don't just know it. You get to listen to it. You get to read it. You get to be exposed to it in order to know it. So, we are going to look at two characters in the Bible whose knowledge made way for them, who were kind of nothing. And as a result of their knowledge, they were able to dine with kings and queens. And these two individuals were nobody but Daniel and Joseph. So we're going to look into their lives and see how we can learn a lot of things through their lives. Remember, all the time, every Sunday, I do teaching. I don't do preaching. I do teaching. And the teaching I do is something that will help us to maneuver life and to become better human beings, so as to prepare us for the next one. So the more knowledge you have, the lighter you become, and the better your life and the lives of people around you. The more knowledge you have, the happier you are. It is through knowledge that you will know that when you are grudging against somebody, and and you refuse to forgive that person, it is true knowledge that you know that you are kind of drinking poison and thinking that someone else will die. That it is true knowledge. You don't just know it. Your body will tell you don't forgive. Your body will tell you, revenge. Your body will tell you do this and that. But true knowledge, you will know that towing that side is not going to help you. Towing that side is not going to make you light. Towing that side is not going to give you what you want. Instead, it's going to bring you to heaviness and bring you down. These are what knowledge can do. Blessed be the name of the Lord. So we're going to look at, first of all, Daniel. So quickly we will go to the book of Daniel, chapter 2. We're going to read quickly 24, and then we stop where, we get the answer. You get me? So here is, how did Daniel get knowledge? Did Daniel just wake up early in the morning and become, king's interpreter, and become the interpreter of dreams, and become to dream and so on? So why? What made him to stand out? To be able to acquire this knowledge and to dine with kings and queens. So let us go into the book of Daniel chapter 2 and see what Daniel chapter 2 is going to tell us. Daniel chapter 2, we start reading from verse 24. I will do quick, but I just want us to get something out of it. From 24, it says, Therefore Daniel went to Arioch, whom the king had appointed to destroy the wise men of Babylon. He went and said thus to him, Do not destroy the wise men of Babylon. Take me before the king, and I will tell the king the interpretation. Then Arioch quickly brought Daniel before the king, and said thus to him, I have found a man of the captives of Judah, who will make known to the king the interpretation. Remember that when the king's decree came, that King Nebuchadnezzar was about to destroy all the satraps, all the high-ranking officers. Daniel was one of the high-ranking officers. How did he find himself in the high-ranking officers? We're going to talk about it. So when Daniel heard about this, Daniel told them, Give us 3 days. He said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, let us go into prayer. Let us go and seek knowledge. Are you getting me? Let us go and seek knowledge. Let us go and seek the face of God. Let us go for quiet time. Let us go and fast. Let us go and read books. There has to be somewhere that this thing has happened before. There has to be power that is going to show us this revelation. The universe, God that created us, didn't just create us and left us. He must have given us the keys to maneuver the whole universe. Let us go and seek for that key. That key is knowledge. And they went and started fasting. They started praying. And what happened? That knowledge came to them. Like we read in the book of Proverbs, a man's gift maketh way for him and brings him before great men. Who knows when last that Daniel was in contact with the king, and that gift took him to king, and Daniel saved the whole people. Because of Daniel, they were not killed. The reason why you should seek knowledge is not only to know it, but to save mankind, but to save your community, but to save yourself, but to save your family. That's exactly what knowledge is all about. Knowledge is not for you to put it in your pocket. Knowledge is not for you to use it to kind of brag. Knowledge is for you to use it to save your people, to use it to save your community. And that was exactly what Daniel did. Daniel went to seek the face of God. And after seeking the face of God, he got that knowledge and he took it to the king in order to save the king from killing all these people. And another thing, he gave revelation and then gave solution. That's what knowledge does. Have you seen why Daniel is great? Many people will want to be like Daniel, but are they going to do what Daniel did? Like many people, you tell them, eating meat is, don't eat too much red meat. Too much red meat is affecting your spiritual life. And they were like, is she going to church, or is she as the one now? Is she worshiping idol or whatever? That is knowledge. You ask people, you eat fruits and vegetables probably for 21 days, and you will up or upgrade your spiritual life. This one is going to Sabbath, or is going to Sele. Because people, majority of us, especially we Christians, we are caged in that cocoon of read only the Bible. Only the Bible is the truth. This, that. I'm not arguing that the Bible is that, but you have to read other books. You need to acquire knowledge. Let me give you an example. If you don't read Quran, how will you be able to know what it is in it in order to talk to somebody who is a Muslim to bring that person to your Christianity? How will you know? The only thing you do, oh, the Bible said this. That person doesn't know the Bible. All the person knows is Quran. So it's only when you read it that you will be able to kind of compare it and then know that, no, this your own should be better than this their own. Then you use your own argument and evidence to be able to counter their own. But no, even some people, when I was blind, when I didn't know anything, I cannot even touch Quran, not to talk of opening it to read. He said, to me, I don't know how to say it. To me, touching it is even a sacrilege. That is blindness. A lot of Christians are living in darkness, in blindness. And if you don't believe exactly what they believe in, you have become an enemy. You have become anything but good. And we have to stop it. It doesn't matter how painful this message is seeing people, because at least 1 or 2 people will still listen to this message. My message might not be for everybody. It might just be for one person, for it to touch one person and change that person. Like it changed me. Because I talk to myself. So knowledge is for you to use it to change your society. Knowledge is for you to use it to heal your society. Knowledge is for you to use it to do good. It's not for you to put it in your pocket. If you put it in your pocket, the source of that knowledge will dry. They will not give you that knowledge again. They will not give you that message again. Go and ask people who have the power of seeing and the power of hearing and so on. Go and ask them. If the Spirit of God give the message and they refuse to go and then deliver the message, they will not see. They will not see again, because they are not making use of it. So that's Daniel for us. You get me? So Daniel tried. Daniel went and fasted. Daniel called people around to do something about it, and as a result of that, he got the knowledge. And what about Joseph? What about Joseph? Joseph has always been somebody who cares. Joseph, when he was with his parents, when the other people start sinning and selling their father's goods and so on, Joseph will go and tell their father, irrespective of the backlash from his siblings. Even though the siblings will hate him, he will refuse to partake with their loot, and he will refuse to cover them. And as a result of that, his father loved him so much. And his father would have been telling him certain secrets. So there are certain characters that make people who acquire knowledge to stand out. They are very passionate. They are very, very kind. They are always there to try to save others. They live their life for others. And that's what Joseph. So in the book of Genesis chapter 14 verse 14, let us see whether what we just said is true. Genesis chapter 14 verse 14. Genesis chapter 41 verse 14, sorry. Genesis 41, 14. Now we're talking about Joseph. So it says, 41:14 Genesis. Then Pharaoh sent and called Joseph, and they brought him quickly out of the dungeon, and he shaved, changed his clothing, and came to Pharaoh. Why did Pharaoh send for Joseph? Pharaoh didn't just know Joseph, but Joseph, out of his kindness, out of his kind heart, even though he found himself in the prison when he didn't do anything, then Joseph found two people that were serving in king's palace. They were worried. they had a dream. They didn't know what to do. And Joseph was like, what is your dream? Just tell me. I will ask God and God will tell me. And when they told Joseph the dream, Joseph inquired and got the interpretation of the dream and told them that dream. Joseph cared about the people in the prison. It doesn't matter where he is. All he does is to help. So as a result of that help that he gave, that was what made a way. He utilized his knowledge. So wherever you are, and you're able to teach, and you're able to explain something to people, and you're able to stand in the gap, do it, because you don't know which one that you did that will bring you to the king. You don't know which one that will bring you to the king. So that was exactly how Joseph found himself in the presence of Pharaoh. You all know the story. Knowledge. Knowledge will take you to where power will. Knowledge will take you to where money will not take you. Knowledge. Where money will not take you. You get me? So two things that connected these two people is the love for the fellow human beings. Love for fellow human beings. Remember, Daniel went and started praying. Daniel started praying and standing in the gap for his people. Daniel was not the only person in Israel then. Daniel was not the only person in exile then. But, you know, the hunger to help his people is always in his heart. That's why he continued to seek knowledge. That's why he continued to go and seek knowledge. As a result of that, he gave himself 21 days of eating just vegetable or whatever. It wasn't specified what he ate, because of people that will say white fasting. It wasn't really specified. The Bible said that he did not eat normal food. So, you know, he might have been eating snacks or whatever it is. But what was he doing? He wanted to suppress his body and uplift his spirit so that he will be able to get some knowledge from God. That was exactly what he did. He has the heart of his people. He has the heart of his country. He has the heart of people around him. He is always there to help. He always wants to help. He always wants to seek. That's what I'm telling you today. That knowledge will take you where money will not take you. That's why you need to continue to seek for knowledge. You need to continue to seek for knowledge. Do not limit yourself to just one thing. Don't limit yourself to only reading Bible. I know many people will not like this. But you have to read other books to be able to convert them. You have to read other books to be able to know what is going on in the world. That's why Christians are the most dogmatic people under the. They are so, you know, so locked in that their cocoon that they don't want to know anything else. And you can imagine what is going. It is going extinct. People are fighting it and fighting it because we do not want to know whether other people exist or not. Knowledge, very, very important. You need to seek for knowledge. Daniel was in a country that don't worship Yahweh. It's a country that don't worship his own God. But he was able to be there. He didn't start talking to them about his God. He was allowing his knowledge to speak for him. Through communicating with his God showed himself powerful. He wasn't the one to go and talk to them, but the miracle of his God showed himself. The miracle of his God took him to the king and made the king to say everybody must worship the God of Daniel. It wasn't with the mouth. It was through action. How did he acquire it? Knowledge. Knowledge. Seek knowledge. Read books. Make research. Ask questions. Meditate. Sit down and start. Why is this thing like this? Why is this thing like this? The reason why I acquire as I haven't even started, I haven't scratched, is because I ask questions. In the days after reading the Bible, I will start asking questions. But Adam and Eve, the Bible said that they were the only people created. Cain and Abel were the children. So when Cain killed Abel, And then Cain was banished. The Bible said that he was given a mark so that anybody that sees him will not kill him. Where did all those people that will see him, where did they come from? Who gave birth to them? Do you see? You have started seeking knowledge. You have started seeking knowledge. What did I do? I started reading. I started looking for answers. I started asking for answers. And such a person, they will call you a rebel in the church. But you are a rare breed. You are a special one. You are a special one. You are making use of your head and your brain. Don't blaspheme, but seek for knowledge. Because that knowledge is what is going to save you and save even those people that want to kill you. Did they not kill Jesus? Christians, we all believe in Jesus. But did people not kill Jesus? Because of his higher knowledge. Because of the way they were thinking that time, the knowledge that Jesus Christ came with is the knowledge of love. Is the knowledge of love. Because the only thing that will take you to God, the only thing that will take you and that will lift you from the density of the earth into the the level that you're supposed to be is love. And that's what Jesus came. Because the world was dying. The world was full of nonsense. And Jesus came to teach us love. That the only way that we will stop sinking into the abyss, the only way that we will help our world is by love. Forgive anybody that has hurt you. If you're holding that person, you are not hurting that person. You are hurting yourself. You are pushing yourself down into. That was the message that Jesus Christ came with. But people who say an eye for an eye, they refuse and say that, look at him. Where did he get that knowledge from? Because people don't want to embrace new things. They chased him and they killed him. And that same Jesus is what we Christians, we are holding on to. And we are not even learning from him. We are hating each other. We are blaspheming each other. It's in the church that you will see people that will hate you. It's in the church that you will see people that will hurt you. It's in the church that you will see people that will judge you. When you come in, they will look at what you're wearing. They will look at you. Oh, this one, see how yellow she is. Is she not Obanje? It's in the church. The same people. Seek knowledge. If you seek knowledge and get knowledge, you will be liberated. When people are talking whatever they're talking, you will be laughing at them because you are higher. Are you listening to me? Knowledge is power. Seek knowledge. When you acquire knowledge, you will see people who don't have knowledge as babies. And you don't need to argue with them. Because how can you argue with a baby? Because you are there, you are there, they are here. You will only pity them. If you try to enlighten them and they refuse, then laugh and pity them. Because they don't know what they are doing. Seek knowledge. Because knowledge will take you where money cannot take you. Knowledge will take you, where nothing else will take you. Knowledge is power. Let me give you an example. You know, like us, people who went to university or went to secondary school and so on and so forth. You will just see a very ugly guy. But the ugly guy had something upstairs. Very intelligent and very knowledgeable. You will see girls flocking around him. They will overlook the looks. They will overlook the height. They will overlook anything. What are they following him for? Knowledge. What he has upstairs. Seek knowledge. Because knowledge will take you where beauty cannot take you. Knowledge will take you where big ass cannot take you. Knowledge will take you where boobs cannot take you. Knowledge will take you to kings and queens. Go and seek knowledge. When you get it, people will seek you. Knowledge is power. So that was exactly what it is. The love that these people they have. That's what is binding Joseph and Daniel. They have love for their people. Daniel had love for his people. He had to fast to ask God, what do you want us to do? He started pleading with God to forgive their sin, that they don't know what they are doing. And so is Daniel. The purity of heart they have, the sacrificial heart they have. Daniel would have slept with Potiphar's wife, and then would be given the best portion of meat, be given everything and so on. But that purity of heart, because they don't like to do anything that is wrong. To the best of their ability, they try to please God. And he refused. He would rather go to prison and retain his knowledge than doing something that is wrong. And that was exactly what Daniel did. Daniel was taken as captive, and he came to Babylon. And they brought food and meat and everything. He refused. He was eating vegetable and beans. Sacrifice, purity. That was exactly what bind them together. You know, there are many billionaires that will just be flexing muscle in their village. But very, very small boy of 15 or 16 that was able to answer certain mathematical equation will go and then stand with kings and presidents, where that person that is a billionaire will not be able to stand. Knowledge. Seek it and acquire it. Yeah? So what do you do to acquire knowledge? Number one, be open to listen to wise people. I remember when I was in the university, the people I mingle with are professors. Ask me how I know them. I will just go to the office and we start talking. So when they listen about the books and so on that I've read, they're like, look at this small girl. How did you come about all this knowledge? I say, I read books. At your age, you're reading all these books. I say, yes. And the books has really, really made me strong and made me to believe even more in God. But people will say, if you read it, you will not, believe in God again. That's a lie. Anybody that tells you that there is no God, it doesn't have knowledge. The person doesn't have knowledge. People might tell you that God is a man. Some people will tell you that God is a woman because of the multiplication and the, but is there God? There is God. It's all up to you how you want to see God. There is source of all of us. The second one is that you should read book. Make researches, like I've said. Research. Ask yourself questions. Start answering that question. Start seeking for the answer of that question. Have your quiet time and communicate with your guardian spirit. Because to each and every one of us, God has given us a guide that will always guide us. That your guardian spirit is there with you to help you, but will not interfere in whatever you want to do. Will only answer you when you call. If you don't know that he or she is there, that's up to you. You will just stand there and be looking at you. How do you know it? Through communication and quiet time. It is through communication and quiet time that you will know what your guardian angel likes or not. I remember in the uni when, I will follow my mates. We will go to club and so on. We will drink and they do all sorts of rubbish. And so when I come back home, I will be beating when I'm sleeping, I will be beaten with a cane that I will cry out and wake up. But other people, they did. But I did, and I was beaten up. My guardian angel doesn't like that kind of life. And I realize it, and I don't do it anymore. Your guardian angel might not like lies. If you lie, then he wouldn't want to be close to you, or he wouldn't want to be close to you. So it depends. How do you find out? Seek knowledge, quiet time, ask. Number 4 is try and find out, yes, like I said, what your guardian angel likes and dislikes, so that you don't scare them. Appreciate other wise people and wish that you are them. Don't jealous people who are wise. Don't jealous people who have something. Don't jealous people who acquire knowledge. Don't. And the people are so used to doing it. They will be saying, why is it not me that is doing that? That's why, like people, content creators like us, you send something, they will not look at it. Even some will just delete it. Because they are like, why should it be you? Why should it be you? If you don't like something, how will you get it? How will you get it? So be happy for the wise people. Be happy for people who have that knowledge and wish that you are like them. And through that, your door will be opening. Yeah? So, number 6 is find out the field you like and start learning on it. What do you like? Do you like animals? Do you like plants? Do you like, preaching? Do you like it? Try and find something that you like and start studying. Start studying. Because that thing that you like, there is a guide that is around you that's willing to teach you if you open yourself up to that guide. Yeah? So, be willing to share your knowledge. Don't just learn something and put it in your pocket. Always be happy to share to people. Always be happy to tell people. Always be happy to, tell people that look. Unless they don't want to hear. But so long as they want to hear, just try. 1, 2 people, try and educate them. Try and spread that your knowledge. Through that, you will learn more. And the last one is that if you don't share it, it will die off. And the source will no longer help you. If you don't share the knowledge that you have, that you get, it will dry off. And the source that you're getting it from, that's the guardian angel or the wise ones that God, Holy Spirit, whatever you call it, that God has sent to you to help you, they will just leave you. They will not give you again. So you see, in everything that you do in life, seek knowledge. Because knowledge is power. A man's gift maketh way for that man. Where money is unable to take you, your knowledge will take you there. You see? So, what you need to do is to seek knowledge. Take advantage of the knowledge that you have. Maximize it. And it will take you to the pinnacle of your life. God bless you.